Hey guys, today I'm gonna be going over the ancient Israelites and the kingdom of Israel. This is only part one, so tomorrow or maybe the day after tomorrow, or maybe next week, I'm gonna be posting part two. So before we begin, I want to tell you about my blog. The link's in the description. I'm probably gonna be flashing it upstream too, so remember to attend that. Yeah, let's begin. The first Israelites. Israelites were monotheist, which meant they only believed in one God. Israelite faith became the religion known today as Judaism. Judaism also influenced Christianity and Islam. Israelites spoke Hebrew. Israelites wrote the Hebrew Bible. The Christians call this book the Old Testament. Around 1200 BC, Israelites built a kingdom in Canaan. Yeah, then there's just a map. Who is Abraham? The Israelites believed they were descended from a man named Abraham. The Hebrew Bible says that God told Abraham and his people to leave Mesopotamia and settle in Canaan. Israel, Abraham's grandson Jacob, also called Israel, raised 12 sons in Canaan. His family divided into known as the 12 tribes of Israel. The story of Moses. A lot of people have heard this story. It's in the Quran, Bible, and countless other religious texts. The story of Moses. After 100 years of living in Canaan, there was a drought. This led the Israelites to Egypt. The Pharaoh enslaved the Israelites and ordered all babies, boys, to be killed. It doesn't mention it here, but he told them to be killed because he had a dream where he saw that one of the boys would become older and take his place as Pharaoh, or kill him. In order to save him, Moses' mother sent him in a basket down the river. The Pharaoh's daughter found him and raised him as Egyptian royalty. One day, Moses found a burning bush and heard the God's voice instructing him to lead the Israelites out of Egypt to freedom. God sent 10 plagues to trouble Egypt. This convinced the Pharaoh to let the Israelites go. On the way back to Canaan, Moses went to the top of Mount Zion and received the Torah. In the Torah were 10 commandments. The Promised Land. When the Israelites finally arrived to Canaan, it was inhabited by Canaanites. Israelites eventually conquered Jericho and Canaan. A group of Canaanites called the Phoenicians created the first alphabet. We talked about the Phoenicians in Memestopia Part 1 and in Memestopia Part 2. So you should go check that out. The city was spread to the Greeks and later the Romans. Israelites versus Philistines. The Israelites lived in Canaan with the much stronger Philistines. Philistines has much stronger tools and weapons. A prophet is a person who Israelites thought was instructed by God. Saul was the Israelites' first king, but was replaced by David for disobeying God's commands. David and Goliath. Goliath was a Philistine. David defeated Goliath with a slingshot and stones. David became a leader and hero to Israelites. David also grew the Israelite Empire and is one of the greatest kings in history. I don't really know what that image is, but it's interesting. King Solomon and the Two Kingdoms. Son of David, Solomon built a stone temple in Jerusalem. Solomon was known for his proverbs or wise sayings. He was disliked by some Israelites for charging high taxes. When Solomon died, the 12 tribes separated into two kingdoms. In the north, the kingdom of Israel. In the south, the kingdom of Judah. Jewish. Here's some of his quotes. Words kill. Words give life. They're either poison or fruit. You choose. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Your own soul is nourished when you are kind. It is destroyed when you are cruel. Prophet and the fall of Israel and Judah. Prophets sprang hope to the kingdom of Israel during times where they feared attacks from the Assyrians and Chaldeans. Again, Assyrian Chaldean. We talked about them in Memestopia Part 2. Israel's felt attacked by the Assyrians, north. King Neb of the Chaldeans captured Jerusalem, the capital of Judah, south. We will talk about part 2 next time. So hope you enjoyed. And remember to like and subscribe. Bye.